Hello everyone, this is Taria, Goddess of Earth. Alright you guys, we're going to go ahead and dive in. We're going to do the Seven of Swords, okay? And I will do a quick recap at the end of the class and do Ace through 6, okay you guys? I was hoping to go live tonight. Hopefully I get to. That's what my plan is. If not, we're going to get there, you guys. I do have a quick announcement, though, that I do want you guys to be aware of. Now, Zoom, okay, I take your email and I send you an invitation through your email, is how that works. So I'm going to pick a day where we can have, and I'll post it as well on the channel, where we can all have a day where everybody knows that it's going to be a certain day, a certain time, and I'm going to, need you guys to send me your email, okay, at Taria, Goddess of Earth, all right? Make sure that, you send me your email. All you got to do is leave me a message, okay, saying, hey, I'm in the class. I want to be in on the Zoom meeting, okay, and I will write it down and I will definitely send you the invite, okay, so we can all get together. There's a small group of us. I feel like it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to do it, and we'll be able to see each other and communicate back and forth, and that's going to be awesome. All right? I miss you guys so much. I really do, and I've just been so busy. So busy. All right? So let's start off with the Rider-Waite Tarot book. Okay? Oops. Oh, well, my goodness. I ripped my page here. I will have to take that. All right. Seven of Swords. The depicted figure is running ahead and looking backwards. Either his view, his behavior, his displaced, or the image expresses, on the contrary, an indisputable and important aphorism. One has to live life forwards, but one can only understand it backwards. Very interesting. And it says uplifting contradictions. So, spiritual experience. Leaving self-doubt and old behavior patterns behind one. Understanding the meaning of one's personal riddles. Finding an important solution. As the card for the day. That's how we've done it for the past 20 years. Maybe, but you could have been doing it wrong for the past 20 years. Now it says, as a prognosis tendency, the figure takes 5 swords. The swords' quintessence is take time to learn, heal old wounds with new solutions. 2 swords are left, doubts or leftovers. For love and relationships, allow yourself and others to do an irrational, nonsensical, crazy thing. For success and happiness, have the courage of your dreams and the strength to face the unsolved puzzles of your life. Wow, I like those interpretations of the Seven of Swords. I don't think I've heard it like that before. Very nice. All right, so we have the Tarot Bible. All right, you guys, now remember, this one has the keywords and key phrases. You want to write these down, remember them, or make your own. All right, keywords: dishonesty, suffrage, stealth, deception. Key phrases: running away from the truth, avoiding responsibility, keeping a secret to yourself, wanting to be a loner, not facing the music, manipulative behavior, lying or cheating, self-deception, or fooling others. All right, it says, whenever you see the Seven of Swords, don't run away from the truth of this card. A man is seen stealthily running away with some swords, sure that no one has spotted him. He is obviously up to something very secretive and possibly dishonest. When you draw this card in the you now position, it is likely that you aren't facing the truth. Perhaps you don't want to face the music, or you are avoiding obligations, such as work, a relationship issue, or some kind of commitment. There may be dishonest people around you, someone who may be trying to deceive you in some way, a trickster, sneak, and liar. A friend or lover could be two-faced. You could claim credit for something you didn't do, or someone is complaining behind your back. The Seven of Swords also says, look behind. Have you covered your tracks? Are you sure no one is going to point the finger of blame at you later? It might be something you have done that you'd rather not admit, but it could be for the good of others or simply yourself, but can you get away with it? Perhaps you are embarking on a new love affair and escaping an old one. Whatever you are up to, are you deceiving yourself that is the right action to take? Try to use the ideal of the swords, logic and clarity, to get to the truth and clear the air. Sometimes isolating yourself from others can be an enormous burden. Look at the very solitary nature of the thief on the card, who will have to take responsibility for his actions. As a blockage position card, the Seven of Swords indicates that you are simply making things worse for yourself by not facing up to the truth. Right. Now we have the Tarot for Beginners. All right, the number 7 meaning in the Tarot is spirituality and tests. The astrology is Moon in Aquarius. Keywords: sneaking, calculating, stealing. The Seven of Swords shows a figure sneaking off with a bundle of swords. This person is clever, intelligent, and elusive. This is someone who uses their intellectual understanding of the situation and of the dynamics and personalities involved to get away with what they want. Depending on the situation, this person might be tactfully or selfishly avoiding confrontation. They might be outsmarting authorities to free themselves from an oppressive situation, or they might be lying, evading, or stealing. Look closely at the methods you are using to get what you want. Are you acting in good conscience? Why are you afraid of getting found out? A more abstract but interesting meaning of this card is that you are seeking away from norms or from your own inner critic in order to be more authentic and creative. Now, it says here the symbolism, okay, the tints that are in the background there represent transience, impermanence, and the color yellow represents consciousness sneaking away in broad daylight. Okay. There you go. Modern Witchcraft Book of Tarot. My favorite. Okay, here we go. Alright, Seven of Swords, you guys. Keywords: uncertainty, illusion, impetuousness, stealth, cunning, strategy. Some decks, including the Rider-Waite-Smith, Aquarian, and Gilded Tarot, show a man carrying away 5 swords, leaving 2 stuck in the ground behind him. When this card appears, it suggests you're facing a challenge or problem and must use caution to overcome potential danger. The 7 suggests a tricky situation in which things are not completely clear. You may be formulating a plan but don't have all the information you need, or the plan may be risky and could backfire. This card can represent surreptitious action and advises diplomacy. I always have a hard time saying that word, you guys. In a reading about money, the 7 warns that you probably shouldn't go ahead with a financial idea or investment you're considering. Perhaps the risks are too high, or the deal may be shaky or shady. If the reading is about your job, this card says don't engage in direct confrontation. Work behind the scenes to get results. The 7 can also indicate restlessness. Perhaps your job lacks the diversity or stimulation you desire. Consider making a change. In a reading about love, you're advised to seek compromise and use diplomacy rather than arguing with a partner. But don't just go along to get along. Sometimes this card shows leaving a relationship that doesn't meet your intellectual or spiritual needs. And it says down here at the bottom, it says focus. Be focused and thorough in planning your strategy. As Barbara Moore writes in the Gilded Tarot Companion, be on guard, or one of those swords he left behind will find its way into his back. Ooh, well. All right. All right, let's do a recap here. I'm going to go ahead and give you my interpretation. The Seven of Swords, you know, when it depends on the energies, you guys, that's around it. But a lot of times this can represent a contract that's coming up, and there's a need here for you to read the fine print. Okay, make sure you know what it is that you're signing up for. This can also represent diving deep, gaining knowledge, making a plan, going back to school, planning for the future. This is, you know, when this is about planning and making having a strategy here. Okay, when it represents that, this definitely tells me that, you know, when it comes up, you're making sure all your ducks are in a row. Okay, every T is crossed, every I is dotted. You got a backup plan. You know, you're not jumping in to the unknown. Okay, you're going in, you know, when you're taking that leap of faith, you're going prepared. Okay, even with backup. And of course, this can represent theft, lies, deceit, betrayal. Okay, cheating, any type of just nasty situation you can think of. This can represent that as well. Seems like there was something else I was going to say here, and I just lost it. Well, goodness. Bless my heart. Okay, well, this can represent like planning. You know, you guys, you could be planning on starting a business, and this is you making, you know, sure you got it all planned and worked out. Like I said, if this is the contract, whether it's a legal contract or it's a business contract or some, you know, wherever this contract is coming from, or even if it's you working up this contract, make sure nothing is overlooked. Make sure you know what you're signing up for, because that's very important. Okay. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords, clarity. All right, a new beginning of clarity, doing what's right and what's just for you, speaking your truth, being truthful with yourself as well as others. And this talks about a successful new beginning, and that success is coming from your creativity. Okay, and now you can move forward. You have foresight. All right, we have the Two of Swords. This is like being at a crossroads. There's a decision that needs to be made. A lot of times you're not making the decision out of fear. You don't want to make somebody mad, or you know, you don't want to have to maybe pick sides. This can also represent you doubting yourself. It can represent, you know, confusion. You know, when this comes up, it's going to be really important that you ask yourself, you go within and ask yourself, you know, what is it that I need to do for me, okay? That's going to, not thinking about everybody else that's around you, okay? But is this decision, okay, that I need to make, is it going to be beneficial to me, or is it going to be beneficial to others, okay? And not, and hurt you, okay? That's what I'm getting here. Now, someone's going through this right now, okay? My guides are coming in. One of you need to make a decision on something, and you know, you want something different, and bless your heart, but you don't want to make everybody else mad. Whoever you are, you got to do what's right for you. Why would you make a choice or decision that's going to please everybody else, but it's going to end up in the long run hurting you? That's not loving yourself. That's not looking out for yourself. Okay? Think about that. You know who you are. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. Three of Swords. Whew, boy, this is a heavy hitter right here. You know, deception, lies, betrayal, disappointment, heartbreak. You know, when this shows up, it can be, you know, a breakup, a divorce. It could be the loss of a loved one or a friend. It could be, you know, getting to the heart of the matter of the situation. Timing could be playing a part too when this comes up. You got to look at the energies that are around it. Could be definitely represent divine timing. Now we have the Four of Swords. Okay, this is going within. You know, meditating, connecting with your higher self. Needing to refill your cup. When this shows up, sometimes it represents you need to take a couple of days off. You need to, you know, show yourself a little bit of TLC right here. Because if you don't, you could end up getting sick. Okay. Now, for some, you know, depending on the cards that are around it, it could represent a literal illness. You know, being in the hospital, getting out of the hospital. Okay. And if that's the case, people need to be patient with themselves as well as their healing. Now we have the Five of Swords. Boy, this is that energy of pick and choose your battles wisely. Is it worth getting into a heated argument and, you know, lowering your vibration? Or is it a situation where you need to take a stand and not back down, okay, and speak your truth? It's, you know, it's different for everyone's situation, but that's kind of the decision you have to make. You know, are you going to be arguing with people that just love to argue and that's how they are, or are you going to need to, you know, take a stand for yourself or what it is that you believe in? Six of Swords, moving out of choppy waters into smoother and calmer waters right here, okay? This can represent traveling, moving. This, you know, is definitely leaving the five energy. Fives represent challenges, obstacles, difficult situations. But it's those, you know, even though it's challenging, we have to go through the five energy, those types of ordeals in order to learn, okay? It's learning life's lessons, and you learn a lot of life lessons in that number 5 energy. And that's where wisdom is gained and knowledge. And this is moving out of that 5 energy and being able to move forward, being able to see somewhat up ahead. You may not know the path completely all the way, and you're okay with it because you learned in the 5 that, you know, if a challenge comes up, if a huge mountain just pops up out of nowhere and now you have to climb it, you've realized you can do it. You're not alone. The divine is with you. So you don't get, as I feel like, as fearful or doubting or scared when you reach the 6 of Swords, when we're talking about being able to move forward. You know, it's almost like you now know that when things come up, that's life. You find a solution, okay? It's all how you want to look at it. This can also represent traveling over water, you guys. Whatever you're moving away from, it was very difficult, but you know what? You're moving forward. And it could be, you know, moving out of a toxic relationship. You know, when you look at this, I would think that that would be a woman with a child right here, but who knows, okay? So definitely getting out of a situation that was not good and being able to see forward and move forward and knowing that you're going to find peace and calmer waters, okay, because you left that situation. All right, you guys. I love y'all. All right, like I said, I may not get to go live tonight. It's already getting pretty late. We're gonna go live soon. I promise. I promise. And the Zoom deal, remember that you guys, if you want to participate in the Zoom, okay, where we get on, we talk, we do readings for each other, we just talk about the cards and we chat. Send me your email and say, yes, you know, I want to be added in, so I can email you with an invitation when we do, and that's coming up here soon. All right, I love each and every one of you with all of my heart, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye bye, everyone.